we've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. The tuck roll,
didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this in Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now it's Rodgers. They'll complete this one to Watson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
And he has gets the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Fields now to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Two yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bears at 8-4 now in the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Fields. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown Bears! Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
From the 41, Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Rodgers again now. Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tunyon
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
1 second, all that remains. A final shot before the break. Fields finding space at the 40.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage, because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Completed out left to Dobbs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This complete to Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Crosby is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Fields on first down. Man open, here is Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Treston Ebner taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Chase Claypool
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bears have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Rodgers. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And again, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On the delay, Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down, Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Bears are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the